So we're going to introduce Bezier curve, and before I actually go and do it in the script for the turtle, I'll take you over to W3 Schools, which is one of my favourite places to learn, and here is a little example of a cubic Bezier curve. So looks like that. There's the script and we can try it. Let's just have a quick squeeze down here first to see what's happening. So this is how it works. You have a start point, and then you have what's called a control point, and an end point. So start point, control point, end point. That's what happens. And if you go over here and look at it, love this, try it yourself. So the only part we need to worry about are these numbers here. And if we start in that spot, I might just make the, see what happens? Just make the canvas a bit bigger. Now, if I leave it the way it is like that, that's what you get. If I start here and go a bit further, remember we haven't centered or anything here. This is just a straight canvas. There's no translating and there's no up and down. So we just make these numbers bigger, things happen. So if I change that one, this is the starting point, 2020. This is going to be the first control point. If I just change one and run it, see, it puts a bit of a nice curve on it. So the control points are offline. One's here, one's about there. If I take this value and make it bigger and run it, I do that. Now, the other thing, of course, is that if I start 2020 and go across to, say, 185 and do it, you start getting some even neater stuff happening. So can't tell there what's happened, so we'll just put this back to 185 as well. So I'm just playing with the numbers here, which you can do as well, and see what we get. So playing around with the numbers. Now let's just go back to our turtle and our script. Alright, so we've added a new part, and the way that we're going to draw the shell, which is an oval, we should actually do it in two parts. So you're going to do the up part and the lower part. Once again, nice to have that middle in the right spot, and these are the values that are going to be used. Now, the extra part, so that's the start point, these are the control points, and that's the end point, that pair there, like so. The other part I've put in is the line width, and you'll see why I've done that. So we're getting a bit clever here. So here's the shell. Line width, start point, control point, end point. Fill style, sort of a browny colour. Stroke style the same as before. The line width, which is passed down, which has been set at 30. And bin path, move to the start point. Bezier curve, control point, end point, stroke and fill. So when we do that, and come back over here, we get that, which is pretty close. And what's happened? Well, the line is the green, rather clever, and then it's filled in with this colour here. So you're doing a bit of everything here. You're getting your shell outer, which is that part there. It can be done another way, but I'm going to do it this way. And it maybe could be a bit thicker as well. So you can do that, and then that's how we get it. Now, you might say, well, that's all very well, but your hexagon's been covered up. You're absolutely right. So the quick way to fix that is to just put that below there and then run it and see what happens. It's all about order. So there you go, you get it back. Now what we need to do is do the bottom half. Back over here, get the shell, copy, paste. The only things that change are they don't change and they don't change. These are the only ones that change. So the start point's the same, but the control points are positive, not negative. And if we change that and go back over here and run it, there you go. you've got your shell. Might need a little bit of tweaking, but we'll run with that. Alright, so let's do the head, and we'll use the cubic curve, the Bezier curve with the 2 control points to draw the head. The head top half is just a little bit different to the bottom half, but we still use the shell function and just change the numbers. Let's have a look. So over here, we're still using shell. I've just copied and pasted one of the shell functions up here, and let's just have a look at this. You'd probably stop the video if you want at this point and just have a look at those two. That's what's going to get the head. Now, these numbers, line's a bit narrower. We haven't translated, so we have to do everything still relative to that centre point in the shell. So we go out to the left, up that far, control point, and you can even go off the size above the canvas itself, which is good. Doesn't sort of go, oh, you've run out of canvas. Well, that number there in fact is outside, but that doesn't matter, and they're all relative. So you do that. Now the second one is similar, but if you think about it, the starting point's the same and the x values are the same, but the y value, this has gone up 130, up or down, up the screen 130. This one hasn't gone as far, it's gone about 80. Think about it, from there to there, it's about 80 going down the screen. Same here, so they're slightly different. Save those, they're before the eye, think about that, and then we'll run it. So if we save that and go back and have a look, there it is, just a little bit like that, and it's close enough to what we want.